2. Welcome to the podcast. Banger, banger.
Welcome to Sharper Insights Podcast, where we are exploring education. Each episode will explore a new topic, and today's topic is exploring the Marsha Sharp Center for Student Athletes, better known as the MSC, and this podcast. I am Lauren Johnson. I'm a learning specialist. I am joined here with the team.
I'm Janera Schufert, also a learning specialist.
I'm Audrey Graham. I'm the postgrad intern with the Learning Assistance Program.
I'm Megan Metz. I'm the tutorial coordinator.
Candace Laster, learning specialist.
And what better thing do we do than to brainstorm? We sit around and we're always trying to work on different ways to reach student athletes, creative ways to put out information, and everyone's doing a podcast, so why not us? Did you know? Today we are going to do a Did You Know for Nerds Candy. Hey Audrey, do you know when Nerds came out?
I feel like they're kind of recent, so I'm going to give a good guess of like 1999.
No, that's a good guess. However, they're older than that.
What?
They came out in 1983. They're older than I am. All right. Did you know that Nerds had a cereal?
Oh, that just doesn't even sound good.
Nerd cereal came out in 1985, and much like the candy, it came in 2 flavors in one box, the original orange and cherry, and sadly it did not do so well. They removed it from the shelves 2 years later.
Could have predicted that.
Yeah. Nerds are just small bits of sugar that are coated to give it its color and flavor. And today we enjoy Nerds in a variety of ways. For example, the Nerds Rope, Nerds Clusters, which are the favorite around the MSC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't keep those stocked in the snack machine. And then around the Halloween, they were the first candy to go in our basket.
Yeah.
So very popular. And then coming soon, Nerds Jelly Beans will be out.
Oh, the best.
I am going to link below some links that'll show you an old commercial for the Nerds cereal. And then there's a how it's made for Nerds Rope. It's very interesting.
I'll definitely watch that. I love Nerds Rope, so it's going to be fun to see like how it's actually made.
Yeah. And another way that we enjoy Nerds we were just chatting about was our slushies from Sonic.
Oh, the best.
It's still a thing. My kiddo loves to order candy in his slush, so go get some Nerds in any form you enjoy them.
Oh, yeah.
This is Add It to the Queue. This is a segment where we are going to be sharing recommendations from student and staff. Anybody who likes to listen or read anything, we're going to get lots of fun recommendations here. We're going to get started with a recommendation from myself. I read The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. This is a novel by Sherman Alexie, and the art is done by Ellen Forney. This read was a great read. It was funny. Sadly, a lot of the events in his story are true, but he wrote them in such a funny way that you want to keep reading and you want to keep learning about this person's life. And the illustrations in it are really fun doodles done by Ellen. She did that to showcase his life and his feelings throughout the story. So if you're interested in people's lives, if you're interested in other cultures, pick the story up. It's a great read. All right, we're going to also get a recommendation from Imarion Banks. You guys know him by Duda. Yep, when I talked to him, he gave me some suggestions for podcast and artist, and we're going to start with his podcast suggestions. He is listening to Inhuman and Human Monster. If you're picking up on a theme, you're right. He's a true crime junkie. These true crime podcasts specialize in real cases, and they do deep dives into the actual case themselves. So, wow. Yeah, not for me, but it's for a lot of people out there. I know a lot of people are into true crime right now.
It's becoming a bigger topic, and like there's more space in podcasts for it.
Absolutely. It makes me nervous, so I'll stay away. Some of the artists that he's listening to are NBA Youngboy, Baby Drill, and Kalani. Now, I am old, so I don't know any of these, but I am willing to give them a shot and check out what they have out there. So if this is all new to you the way it is to me, pick up a new book, or actually try listening to one of these podcasts or one of these artists and see what you think. But thanks for sharing. Learn a lesson with LAP. Today's skill that we're going to talk about is set those reminders, free up your brain space. Something that is accessible is Outlook Calendar. It's embedded with your TTU email. It's accessible. It's easy to use. It's kind of intimidating at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. Another thing that works similarly are Google Calendar and Apple Calendar.
Oh, yes. I love my Google Calendar. That keeps me so together, especially in the summertime, like trying to figure out when I'm going to go have dinner with people or go to the movies, even just schedule in some relaxation time. It's the best. And I love that you can add people on to whatever you're doing, so they're also going to get the notification of where you are, what you're doing.
Yeah, it helps everyone at that point. I really enjoy writing things down, so I will do a to-do list. I use lots of Post-its. I can put those in my pocket and in my purse if I don't lose them. I use a whiteboard with like a running list of things that I need to mark off or do. And then I still have wall calendars.
What?
I like to keep one at home. I have one in my office, but it's just kind of nice to see the whole month in a big picture.
That's so
You can
true.
even write in little like quick notes inside of them. I don't use a planner like I used to. Do
Really?
you use a planner?
I do use a planner. I kind of live by my planner. That really keeps me on track and keeps me focused on like the big goals I have for the week, but also it gives me a space to celebrate the little accomplishments I have, such as like, okay, I checked my email, yay, or I went to this meeting, yay, little things like that. So I love my planner.
Absolutely. I know that sounds silly. I keep a reminder for getting gas in my car.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because I will go through my whole day and then try to rush home and still forget to put gas because we're busy. We have so much going on in our head that I need to put that information somewhere else. Something that's also easy to keep up with, I keep a notebook or a journal, especially for my work-related things, and I keep a running list of things that I need to remember, upcoming things, just to-do lists, and there is nothing more satisfying than marking out those to-do lists,
The best.
throwing away that Post-it note when things are completed. I love that idea of just like making sure it's completely done.
Me too.
Yeah, so try something that will work for you. Freeing up that brain space, again, I'm going to say it. We are busy people. I can't remember everything. It's okay to put it somewhere and have something help us remember.
Exactly. And do whatever is going to be best for you. There's not a one size fits all, especially for this kind of thing. So even if it is you have a Google Calendar, but you also make Post-it notes, if that's what works for you, do it.
All right. What can we do for you at the Marsha Sharp Center for Student Athletes? A lot of people come through the MSC and don't even realize the amount of staff that we have there and all of the offices that we have there. So we're going to talk about what we can offer. Let's get started.
Let's take a look at the lab. So we have two different options. Once you come into the lobby, you're going to check in with your QR code in your Retain or TeamWorks app. That's how you track your hours. And you can go into the front lab. The front lab has some computers that are there just in case you forget your own, round tables to be a little collaborative, but make sure you're quiet to respect everybody else. And then in the back lab, there's some comfortable seating, a little loungy, but let's not take naps. Let's make sure we're always doing our work. And then just in case you need to print, because you know professors still like paper, you can use our printers and it's free. Free 99, okay? Not a single dime out your pocket because we got you covered.
Oh, yeah. The next thing you can find is tutoring. If you have a tutoring appointment scheduled on your Retain, make sure that you make it on time. You can go find your tutor in the lobby, and then they will walk you to a tutoring room. In each tutoring room, we have a desktop that you could use if you don't bring your own device. And there are options to rent out chargers in case you forgot yours. So make sure you're bringing your charger, you're bringing a device that's ready to go, or you're willing to use the desktop that we have there. If you have any questions about tutoring, you can find Megan Metz. She's in the back hall, and she would love to help you. And also, we'd love to encourage you to learn how to set up tutoring appointments yourself. You can do that all through the Retain app. You can ask Megan, you can ask your advisor, or you can come through the Lab Suite, and we can help you if we're not busy.
That's right. And let's talk about the Lab Suite. It's where all of our learning specialists are housed. I'm Candace, you've got Lauren, and Janira, right? So in this space, it's a space where you can relax, you can take a breather in between classes or tutoring. We also encourage you to interact with our board. We have questions or topics that we write about every single month. This month, why is Black History beautiful to you? Or why do you love yourself? Or you love yourself like, right? I love myself like I like Cold Stone ice cream. So
I love myself like I love naps,
Listen, we love the naps. I miss the naps.
but not in that back lab.
Not in the back lab, not in a tutor room when the lights off, and also not in the lab suite. We also like it to be a collaborative space to talk about assignments. We let students practice their presentations for classes. We talk about hot topics. We get some information from the students about what they want, what they need, what's missing, and then, study tips and all those other things too.
Yeah, I really like that space because I've seen students who come through and they're very stressed or tired, and we get it. We're stressed, we're tired too.
Yep.
We like to see students as a whole. You're not just the athlete, you're not just a student, but you're a whole person who comes to that space with stuff. So if you want to unpack any of that stuff, or if you just need a quiet space to think, we welcome all of it.
We do. We also welcome good critical thinking and thought-provoking questions, and always a great laugh. And you know who else comes to the lab suite? Advisors.
Oh, yeah. Advisors like to come and relax, too. They like to have their coffee in there. They like to look at the board. We make them write on the board, too.
Yep.
We do a lot of laughing in there.
We do. Let's talk about what the advisors can offer you.
All right. Advisors are your people. If you are looking to learn more about your degree plan and your major, they can also help with early registration. And they're the people to go to for absences and travel. So any questions that you may have, good rule of thumb is to go to your advisor first, and then they can point you in the right direction. And most of you know your advisor, but set a meeting with them and get to know your advisor.
Absolutely. One thing they also help you with is if you're injured or sick, doctor's appointments, and you need to communicate with your professors, they'll do that as well. And if, God forbid, something happens and you need a surgery and need extended time or accommodations in the classroom, your advisor will work with us as LAP to get you connected to Student Disability Services for temporary accommodations.
Oh, yeah. If you need a calculator, Miss Judy has calculators to check out. Just let us know. You can check one out while you're in tutoring. If you need to take one to a test, you can come and check one out. But it's hard to know what you need help with if we don't know. So come and ask questions. If you see staff, ask any of us. We are willing to help.
Always, always. Speaking of supplies, we have Scantrons and Blue Books as well. You need a pen. You need a pencil. That number 2 pencil lead has ran out. Come to us. We have highlighters as well. We have planners. We have
notebooks, folders, while supplies last. So if we're out, let us know. We can look at ordering some more.
Absolutely. We want to make sure you have everything you need to be successful in the classroom.
Oh, something that we do have lots of are index cards. A lot of people sleep on index cards,
They
but
really do.
you can use them for presentations. You can use them for recipes. You can use them for to-do lists. They're nice and small and compact. They fit in your pocket and in your backpack.
Yep. And if you like Post-it notes to leave yourself a little words of encouragement or affirmations around your apartment, we have those as well.
Mm-hmm. Let's not forget about student athlete development. They are in our building as well.
Yep.
You'll find Derek, Marissa, and Miss Vicky back there. They are helping people with all kinds of opportunities. They'll connect you with people in the community. They can connect you with people outside of our community. They are trying to help you be the best you and make sure that you are set up for success outside of college. So any questions that you have for volunteering, for SAC, if you want to get involved with SAC and have your voice be heard, get involved. That way they are the advisors. They are also the advisors for the BSAA.
Yep. So if you want to be involved with BSAA, talk about issues concerning Black student athletes, you can do that as well. And then the Suited for Success Career Series. At some point, you have to leave college. All of us had to. Your time will come. But we want to make sure that you're equipped. So Marissa does a great job of organizing that program to make sure you learn how to do a resume, a cover letter, you know how to interview, you know how to network, you get a good suit, pick out a nice top and a tie or a blouse and some shoes. Spend your money wisely, okay? It is a great time. But you leave here equipped to go to any interview, introduce yourself to anybody, and then win them over because you are the best for the job.
Absolutely. If they are busy and they're out, make sure you email them because, again, they're busy helping everyone and they'd love to connect with you. So that goes for any of us. If we're out, leave us a note, send us an email, and we would all be glad to get back to you.
Absolutely. One last thing the student athlete development helps do is coordinate the Red and Black Gala. That's the end of the year celebration where we highlight all of your accomplishments on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. So if you want to get involved and work with that, let them know. Also come to the event. It's a good time.
Yeah, you get to get all dressed up
Yeah.
and see everyone else all dressed up. It's
Yes,
lovely.
It's lovely.
Oh, and then let's talk about one last thing, last but not least. That snack machine and the drink machine.
Goat.
So popular that we get our neighbors from mechanical engineering come across the street to use our snack machine and get our sodas.
Sure do.
So I know a lot of y'all are fans of those things too.
Yeah, nerd clusters have been in there. So
We can't keep them stocked.
yeah, so if you're a fan, get there soon. Okay.
Well, that ends our time today for our podcast. I want to give a few shout outs. I would like to thank the TTU library for this nice setup
That's so nice, y'all.
and the nice student workers who have been so helpful to make this possible.
Absolutely.
And I would also like to see if you had any feedback for us as we get going on this podcast. Let us know in the comments. If you are walking into the MSC and you see us, let us know in person. Anything that will help us improve and grow as we grow this podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you for hanging out with us, listening, and learning some lessons with LAP.
Yes, share this. Let all of your friends know about it. Tell your moms and dads.
Like, subscribe,
Oh, yeah.
follow.
And there will be more. So please continue to listen. Each week we hope to drop something new. So, as usual, I hope you have left here a little sharper.
Absolutely. Go sharpen some more iron.